I want you to understand, it is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I'm done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you. I want you to understand, it is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I'm done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you. Appeal Court. They have announced temporary shutdown because of security concern. This particular shutdown, it is now very evidently clear that Nigeria have no intention of returning our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to different detention facilities in the northern Nigeria, or maybe many of them have been killed. So, knowing what we do not know about the fate of our fellow brothers and sisters, both women and children, that were taken in the name of arrests. So they decided to lock down because they can't provide our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria. I want to use this medium to inform Nigeria, terrorist state, this evening, that this temporary lockdown, because they could not provide our brothers and sisters they kidnapped, should not be temporarily. They have locked down permanently and indefinitely and will never reopen again. I want to let you know that the evil will only strive when good men keep quiet and silent. In the absence of good men, the evil men will always strive. Nigeria have shown to be evil for decades, and in all this evil of Nigeria, the good men have always been terrified, fear, and they remain silent for many years. Today, many good men have risen up, and they are all in Biafra government in exile. And so we are going to commit a great violence on this Nigeria state, because that's exactly what is going to restore peace. And it has started. We are going to delegitimize Nigeria institution by institution, step by step, organization by organization, government by government, and at the end, they will leave our land. And we will have a peaceful nation where our children and women will live and walk in the night without anybody kidnapping them. Just like we all enjoy in Europe, where we can wake up 2 a.m. in the night, go to shop without anybody molesting and without anybody being afraid of being kidnapped. That is the vision we have for Biafra people. I want to also let those who are shouting Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism died with Biafra, and it will rise with Biafra. A lot of people are making noise all over Africa, especially those who have access to media. They say, oh, what do you have to say about Pan-Africanism? I have not actually took my time to address them. But today I will make, touch on Pan-Africanism. And I want you to look around yourself. Look around Africa. How many people do you see in government in any African country that is shouting Pan-Africanism? None. Only one. And he is called Malema, Julius Malema. Julius Malema is the only one in government shouting Pan-Africanism, but he is making a very terrible decision. His Pan-Africanism can never yield any result because it is a complete misplace of priority. You do not support evil because you have a platform. Julius Malema will be shouting Pan-Africanism, Pan-Africanism, but inasmuch as Arafat supported Mandela, that is not a reason to support terrorism against Israel. What happened on the 7th of October was a complete terrorist attack and must be differentiated. You must be able to differentiate terrorist attack and struggle for freedom. Malema, with his Pan-Africanism, refused to understand the difference between terrorism and fighting for freedom. Another person who is shouting for Pan-Africanism is Professor Lumumba. He is not in the government. So what am I trying to say? The only person that have a voice shouting Pan-Africanism today is Malema, and he is in the government of South Africa. So if you know that you actually love Africa and you really want Pan-Africanism to come to reality, there is a need for you to support Biafra, because that is where the Pan-Africanism will rise. You need people in the government that knows what Africa people need. And Biafra have young, vibrant men and women who will make that Pan-Africanism to become a reality. So if you don't support Biafra, your dream is dead and dead on arrival. My fellow Biafrans, December 2nd, we are going to make history. This December 2nd is sacrosanct in the history of Biafra, as we are going to fulfill our destiny on that very day. The heaven and the earth will stand still to witness the occasion. The sun will bear witness, and the enemies will tremble before us as the world behold the emergence of the United States of Biafra on international stage. For decades, Biafra have stood firm, fearless, resilient, and unwavering against Nigeria, terrorism, and oppressors. Today, we on the brakes of the new era, we are ready to claim and reclaim our destiny and officially restore Biafra as an independent nation. This isn't just the culmination of journey. It is fulfillment of a dream that our ancestors and heroes set in motion long time ago, between 1967 and 1970. Their vision is now our reality, and every Biafran alive today is part of this historic legacy. Those of you in the United States that has made us to realize this dream up to this point, you are a hero and heroine of the Biafra nation. The Biafra Convention 2024, from November 29 to December 3rd, 2024, these days, Biafran from all over the walks of life will gather in Lahti, Finland, for a 5-day event that will mark the beginning of the new era for generations to come. This is more than just convention, and I'm telling you, the enemy are not happy. They have done everything thinking that Nigeria can control and can get anything they want. But today, we're not just asthmating them. We're showing to them that not every country supports evil. It's a unification of a people reclaiming their identity, purpose, and future. The energy will be electrifying, historic, and the pride uncontainable as Biafrans come together to declare their restoration of their sovereignty. This monumental and historical event will showcase the symbol of our independence and identity, and here's what we have in stocks. For those who have been asking questions, what is this convention all about? You want to declare independence in a foreign land? We are not declaring independence in a foreign land. The independence of Biafra has already been declared. We are only restoring our lost sovereignty, just like the Lithuanians. The point is that the people don't read history. We are not going to be the first country to restore a lost sovereignty state. We'll launch the Biafra National Identity Card and Passport during the Finland Convention. Finally, making every Biafran place and belonging official across the globe. We will unveil Biafra Ejema during this convention. The Biafra currency will be unveiled. A testament to our economic independence and strength. The flag of the United States of Biafra will be raised, standing tall as a banner of our unity and resilience, representing Biafra to the world. We also will adopt the Biafran Constitution during this convention, a document that enshrines our right, principles, and governance for our new nation during this convention. We'll also present the map of the United States of Biafra officially, defining our rightful borders and land. It is not just a map. It's a declaration of our place in the world, my fellow Biafrans in the US. We have dignitaries that will embrace the convention in Finland. Powerful policy makers from different parts of the world will be present in Finland. Powerful speeches will echo throughout the event with delegates and key international figures voicing our shared struggle for freedom, resilience, and determination. And in a formal oral declaration of independence, of the restoration of the independence of Biafra, we will outline each vital aspect of our freedom step by step, solidifying our path to sovereignty state. This convention will also feature national debate on the issue that matters most to our new nation, uniting Biafrans from all backgrounds, representatives from across the 40 United States of Biafra, delegation from the different countries where Biafra has their liaison offices, and vote on bills, creating the legal backbone of our nation. The establishment of the declaration document will formally declare our restoration of independence of Biafra, marking our collective vision for the future. And to seal this commitment, Biafra delegate will sign this historic document symbolizing our dedication to a free and independent Biafra. This is just the tip of the iceberg, as many other incredible things will unfold as the United States of Biafra begin to formally enter into bilateral relationship with other existing nations of the world. And in this convention, we will have one of the imagining nation president to be part of it. This is not just gathering of people. It will be unified voice of over 50 million Biafrans who have already voted in the self-referendum, reflecting the clear will of the people to establish the United States of Biafra. On November 28, the final vote count will be concluded. And if the majority says yes to independence of Biafra, Biafra people will give the Biafra government the mandate on December 2nd to officially declare the restoration of independence of Biafra, fully defend it. The Biafra government will then be empowered by this legal document that will be generated from this convention and granted all legitimacy over a sovereign and independent United States of Biafra. This whole world will be watching, and the history awaits us all. I want you to understand that once this document has been generated and the Constitution of Biafra is voted on, which is a continuous document, a living document from the 1967 to 1970, the battle for the recognition of Biafra will then begin. At the same time, the legitimization of the Nigeria state within Biafra land will enter gear 10. And as that is happening, we will continue to make sure, like the court have shut down today, we will not have any single Nigerian representative from that institution, because what they have done to us will take us decades to recover. They have brought, the judiciary have brought anarchy, insecurity, and what have you, in Biafra land. And the earlier we eradicate them, the earlier we evict them, the better for us. Biafra government have already laid down all the principles and mechanisms to begin to set out the judiciary of the Biafra government. It's going to take us time. If you think that this is going to be easy, think again. But let me tell you, we have every template, step by step. And you can see we are winning this war even without firing a shot. The diplomatic approach, political approach, and armed struggle approach can never fail us this time around. We will make sure we give sleepless night to those who don't want us to sleep. We will give violence to those who brought violence to us. We will defend ourselves with the same mechanism they have come to kill our people. Guns and bullets. I want you to be very proud of yourself, because it is because of you that Biafra land have seen and enjoyed peace. Irrespective of the propaganda, do not listen to them. Every one of us, every true Biafran, the 50 million Biafran people who have voted for the self-referendum knows the word and they trust this government. And that is the reason every time we ask them to do something, they do it willingly, because they know it is all for their good. The price they pay today, they will enjoy tomorrow. If you have not joined this struggle, I don't know what you are waiting for. The time is now, because tomorrow may be too late for you. We will continue to defend our land against Nigeria state. We will continue to demand the withdrawal and the militarization of the Biafra land. We will continue to make sure that all checkpoint is dismantled. It does not matter how long it takes us. We will continue to engage them one after the other until they are gone from our land. Thank you very much. Airborne to the Biafra Defense Force, airborne to the Biafra Liberation Army. They have not even seen anything. We will give them madness. And at the end, everybody will help Biafra. And we will give glory to God.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved home, land of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all. discord, O might and wrong. O God, protect us from the hidden pitfalls. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the human discord, to give and not to count the cost each day. Let those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Son, love and cherish. God must be God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant forward. Just victorious. Sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra! We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our precious Biafran, who day and night say and always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Though our star shines everywhere, we brave humanity. God guide and protect us all. All wisdom, shielding us from unleashed by wrong and enlightenment. Biafra, shining forever.
Let's observe a minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra. And the time starts now. We mourn our heroes past, we celebrate them, and we continue to fight on to see that the United States of Biafra is fully liberated. I welcome all of you to this emergency press briefing from the APM of BRGIE and the attorney, Marianne, of our BRGIE APM, and the Minister of CRC, Minister Emma. I salute all Biafrans who have keyed in. Please, the journalists and the media houses do report verbatim to verbatim from this press briefing. Do not subtract and do not add from what we did not say, as I leave the mic to the APM to introduce the guest. APM, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Sonny Aparawa. And first and foremost, I salute our leader in the person of Odumogu Ojukwu. I salute our leader, Philip Efio. I salute our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. I also salute our Prime Minister, which right now both our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, they are answering questions in the course of what they believe, that the freedom of Biafra. In the case of our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, he was kidnapped against his wish from Kenya to Nigeria. And the terrorist country is always a terrorist country. And we know that one day, based on what we are doing and our action, he will surely be free. And our Prime Minister, Moses Simon Ekpa, based on our action and our resolution, he as well will get justice and be free. I greet every Biafran that have keyed in today, the Biafra Republic government in exile, all the cabinet members, you are all welcome. Salute you all, the rep and admin, and all meaningful Biafrans, both our allies, our enemies. We salute you all, especially our enemies. We believe that the truth will prevail, and that will touch your heart. In turn, you will be doing the right thing, because truth always wins. I have our attorney, Mariam, here with us, and I have the privilege when we went to Finland for the declaration of Biafra to visit her more than once. I have the opportunity to visit our Prime Minister office and her office as well. She has been a meaningful Biafra supporter. She is so grounded. She knows the history of Biafra. She knows what the Biafran people are going through. And she stands with Biafra. And she knows what freedom is all about. Mariam, we appreciate you. We appreciate all you're doing. We always talk once a while, and you're well familiar with the cause of Biafra, and you know the freedom that we are fighting for. Last week, we had the opportunity to hear her voice, because we've been hearing Mariam, even NGOZI or Abeze. She have mentioned about our Prime Minister, civil attorney, of which the Biafran people will have the privilege to see her today and to hear from her directly today. Because last week, when I called her for her to talk to Biafra through the phone, that audio or that phone call, some of them are doubting it, some are saying it's recorded, they do not believe. I believe that the former European rep Uche Obi will remember who Mariam is, and also hear the voice and know that's Mariam. And NGOZI Orabeze, and I believe she haven't had the opportunity to see Mariam in person, but she knows the voice. She knows who Mariam is. Last time she was debunking that the message is not from Mariam, that Mariam, our civil attorney, Prime Minister, is not the one on that call. Mariam, you are welcome, and thank you very much for all you're doing. Please come talk to Biafran people and deliver the message that you are asked to deliver to Biafran people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. OGOJA. I really appreciate this possibility to see you guys online like this, and I appreciate the time you have given me to deliver this important message. And to those who have not met me before and known me before, I present myself. I am a graduated attorney from Finnish University, and I have been practicing law for 25 years now here in Finland and in Scandinavian countries. And I have taken oath as a lawyer, which means that I should be truthful in every instance I perform and present my cases and my issues. So I am kind of under oath speaking when I represent my client, Mr. Simon Ekpa, who I have been representing for years, and also been in good cooperation with him for years, and now representing him within his civil cases, which don't even have anything to do with this Brgie issue self, but as his civil lawyer, I can deliver oral messages and written messages from him to the Biafran people he wants me to deliver. And that is why I have to be as truthful and as straightforward as I would be witnessing in court. So what I say are straight words from Mr. Simon's mouth. So they are not my own invention or nobody else's. And I speak exactly word by word what I have heard. And to begin with, why we are here because Simon wants us to be here like this, how we are now. Simon's straight orders when I personally went to the prison last Friday to meet him. I spent 3.5 hours within sound restricted area talking privately, me and him, so he could speak his heart out without being even afraid that any person could listen to it. So it was like attorney-client privileged talk. And he made it very clear to me that what he wants now in this situation is that every single one of Biafrans fall back to the original structure of Biafran government in exile, as it was when Simon left the government. And that is the message I delivered then, and that is the message I deliver now. So this Brgie that is performed and that is presented in the original web page of Brgie should be the construction for everybody to follow. And Simon has now given the leadership to Mr. OGOJA, because there must be a leader acting when Simon Ekpa is away himself and cannot do his work. It is like a country needs vice president to be president time to time when situation requires. So I have heard some like disrupting voices and the voices have told me that now since Mr. OGOJA was not in the original structure prime minister, how can he be that now? I specifically went again to Simon and clarified it very, very bottom through that Simon wants the original structure to be as it is now, especially Mr. OGOJA covering for him now until further notice. So there is no absolute unclear matter about who is now leading the government on Simon's behalf, and within full support and full consent and full agreeing with Simon. So it would be good to say now that if I speak using Simon's words, Mr. Ogechuku acts now doing Simon's actions. Because of course it is vice versa. I of course report back to Simon what is going on. So he is in that way approving every step you people take here now in this construction and organized in this way you are organized now. So, and Simon's great wish and hope is that people of Biafra should now unite more than ever, because he says he don't want to give outside world this kind of picture that now when Biafra is declared, the independence was declared in Lahti, here Finland. He don't want that outsiders get the picture that Biafrans cannot even govern themselves because somebody goes reckless and forms some new entity the main Biafrans don't even support. So that kind of action is reckless and harming Biafra and harming the cause of independence and making Biafran people look like they are not, they don't show statesmanship or state womanship in this matter. So Simon's definite, I can even say definite command is that everybody should fall back, no matter what has happened before. Forget the past and fall back to the original government, to the original structure, which is now under Mr. Ogechuku Ngere. And every loyal Biafran should know in his heart that Simon is right in this, because no state can prevail if the state is divided to two. We know that from history, we know that from the present day. So that is not even Simon's wish. This is Simon's command. People should now take very seriously. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mariam, our PM attorney. Biafran people, we are well educated and enlightened. I just wanted to touch light on now that we know we have the Biafra Republic government in exile, which is the original structure, and they still remain the legitimate government, and the breakaway group, or I call them the breakaway group that NGOZI Orabeze took with some Biafrans that are not well enlightened about what is going on. Can you please tell the Biafran people what message did our Prime Minister have for Madam NGOZI Orabeze, and the message of last week and the message of just 2 days ago? Please, the Biafran people really need to know this so that they can clarify their mind, so we can clarify them, because some of them are still doubting if that's what he actually said to Madam NGOZI. Thank you.
Thank you. To begin with, Simon wants to thank you, Madam NGOZI Orabeze, for her fine work till now. But now situation is very much different than Simon suspected it would be a couple of months back when we think what has happened. Now the true fact that Madam NGOZI Orabeze went and formed and registered new government, that is totally against Simon's wish and command. Simon never wanted thing like this to happen, and Simon is not backing up this kind of action. Vice versa, Simon specifically and explicitly tells everybody who has a loyal heart to him and original Biafran government and the original cause to fall back to the original structure Never mind what the person has done, or if there is some quarrel between individual persons. Everybody should leave that aside now, and Simon kind of understand that those people now in the different camp, they have been misled. So it is not their fault, because there is so much information going on. Even me, I know that the information is not right and correct information, and it is not the thing is that we cannot like go with detail to everything that is fussing in media now. But the main thing is that Madam NGOZI should concentrate to that work she did before the whole thing happened, and continue her fine work, and dissolve totally the new cabinet. The new cabinet is not legitimate and has not the support of PM self. And furthermore, there has not been even legal actions to dissolve this old government and form new one, because everybody with the right mind knows that a state cannot have two governments. Another one is rebel and another one is original. Like in same matter, there cannot be two truths. Either one thing is true and one thing is false. So it is quite simple in this, even though I might sound very harsh and rude when I say this, but this rebellious camp should fall back to the original structure, and all personal differences between people should be buried. Everybody should bury their hatchet and submit themselves like good citizens, and good officers should submit to their leader. As in army, people in army obey their chief and their officers. So in this issue too, even state organs and state officers must obey their PM, and the people the PM put to action on his behalf, and who the PM gave the power to govern meanwhile he is away. So it might this matter has now formed has come to a form that I see that there is only like personal struggle of power going on, that there is now a mentality that doesn't count Biafran good and Biafran best. This is a matter of searching and acquiring personal power, and it should be vice versa, since everybody should submit and leave their own interests to backside and just do what is good for the cause. Like in every political movement, the Biafra is the important thing, not anyone's personal power or personal visibility or personal seek of fame. And what I can say to end my speech here is that being PM is very, very, very hard work. Since I have seen Simon suffering, I have seen him given everything, I have seen him crying, I have seen him laughing, I have seen how he takes Biafran issue to his heart. And let me tell you, it is not easy. It is not child's play. So people who want to bear that kind of responsibility should be, as first and foremost, think themselves as other people's servants, not dictators. So in that sense, I can totally 100% agree that Simon made right choice now to give the power to Mr. Ogetsuku to restore the order that is lost now. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, because of the time, I just want us to make two other things clear, because for the record, and the world is watching, Biafra is watching. So are you telling us, or is there any message that our Prime Minister, that is to NGOZI, about not using his information, not using anything that he have his signature to, that might not, is there any message to NGOZI to desist from using anything about our Prime Minister name, his signature, anything that he did not endorse, that he did not allow NGOZI to keep using? I am aware of that. Please, can you as well let the Biafran know about that? Very one, the message and the response from Madam NGOZI to you. May you discuss that with her? Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I have. I have very specific orders from Simon now, directly to Madam NGOZI, which orders I have told her via telephone just like a day ago, that Madam NGOZI should now withdraw from internet totally, like give up X, give up online, give up YouTube, give up all channels she is using to put this whole quarrel or anything else for that matter to public. Since I see that in the postings here, somebody asks about the case. Somebody wants to know about Simon's case. Let me tell you directly what I hear from the case, that the enormous posting in internet and also enormous posting to the prison from Madam NGOZI's camp has put problems to Simon. He has ended up explaining what this rioting is now and how things are in Biafran groups, and are you people a civilized government or something else? So it is utmost important that Madam NGOZI's camp and she herself don't use internet, X, or any channels as a representative of Biafrans or Biafran state or whatever comes to the legal Biafran government. Of course, everybody can be in Instagram and Facebook and X, but as a civil person. But as a leader of Biafra or any authority of Biafra or any worker of Biafran government or anything concerning Biafra and the cause, Madam NGOZI is restricted to do now until further notice, which is Simon's exact wish and exact command. So that has already caused problems to the case, and I don't want any more problems to him, since he has so many things in his hands already. So this posting in X makes only confusion and disappointment. So so that is why Simon said very, very strictly and clearly that Madam NGOZI should stop that and do her work only now in chambers. Her good work, what she used to do back times ago. But this is utmost prohibited now, and utmost prohibited is to put this quarrel between Mr. Ogechuku's people and NGOZI's camp to public. That is the worst thing she can do now. That makes Biafrans look, I might use this kind of word like ridiculous, that there is somebody rioting against everybody else, and there are so many fake news even going on, which probably we all are aware of. So even in that context, now Madam NGOZI should lay low and outside from internet totally. That is the message.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna, before I bring our Honorable Mazima, Biafran people, I just want to make this clear for the record. Our Prime Minister have distanced himself from Madam NGOZI Orabezi and her activity. So any activity going on with NGOZI and the rest, our Prime Minister is not going to be responsible, it's not going to be held accountable, and they be using our Prime Minister picture and some of stuff that have his signature on it our Prime Minister is totally against it, and our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, distanced himself from NGOZI Orabeze and her activity. And the message was passed to NGOZI Orabeze. After the messages were delivered, she said that she will never take order from the Prime Minister. Our attorney, is that correct? Is that what she said?
That is correct. First thing she said that she will leave the whole government, which I said that is regrettable since she has knowledge and things that are useful for Biafrans and for the cause if she uses that right. But that situation didn't prevail long since she came to another conclusion, which was to totally neglect to submit to Mr. Ogetsuku's orders that she, according to her, she can never work and submit to Mr. Ogetsuku, which I find very, very greatly disappointing, since everybody must put the cause first, not the personal agenda and personal ambitions.
And in her word, after you let her know, and did she go ahead to say she cannot obey our Prime Minister order or listen to him until he is out and they will sit in a round table and discuss?
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. And that makes me little disappointed, because that means that she don't believe my words are right and legal words, even though I speak them as a sworn attorney. So it makes that those words makes me to look bad again in front of the great audience.
Thank you very much. And when I called you last week, when I was on the live program, the call is a direct call. That is correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Biafran people. We are smart people. We are wise people. We have been massacred, and during the war from 1967 to 1970, over 5 million Biafrans were killed, over 3 million Biafrans were starved to death. We have gone too far to go back. We have been through a lot. This is not time for us to give up. Our leader, Mazi Odumegwu Ojukwu, and Mazi Philip Efiong, they did not give up. Instead, the agreement with Nigeria is no vanquish, and at the same time, they make it clear that they are not surrendering. It's no victor, no vanquish. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as well, never give up. Our Prime Minister, likewise the same. And in our own time, we are not going to do the same. We are not going to give up. We'll keep fighting. We've been through a lot. So please, based on what is going on, let every Biafran come back. Let's finish this fight. The Biafran is being redeclared, and this is not time for us to go back and start where we already passed, or the stage that we already passed. This is time that we need to unite and fight one common enemy that we have, that is the Fulani. And if you are not yet still convinced with our attorney that is here, we have to, she have to volunteer to be here to make sure she deliver the message based on order, and at the same time to set the record clear. Please, for those that are still doubting, I don't think this is the right time for you to be doubting. We all need to come back and do what is needful. Our Honorable Imam, you can come on to the stage and let Biafra get your input as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our APM, Honorable Ogenkere. Thank you very much. And a special welcome to our attorney, Marianne. I've also had the privilege of speaking with you several times. We have, so most of the things you said, I'm aware of it. So once again, welcome, Marianne. Thank you very much for making our time to come to us. And for Biafrans, I think our APM has said it all. What we need now is to come together. I don't want to repeat what he said or to repeat what our attorney, Marian, has said. She has made it clear now, the stand of our Prime Minister. We must come together, irrespective of our disagreement yesterday, day before yesterday, or last month. Today, let us come together after listening to her, because for her to make her time to come here and talk to Biafran shows how much she loves us. It's not easy for her to come here in live broadcast to talk to Biafrans. It's just to make sure that the right thing is done, to make sure that we come together and then fight our enemy. Our enemy is not our fellow Biafrans. We may disagree, yes. In a family also, sometimes you have disagreement between husband and wife, between mother and child, between father and child, or children. It happens. But at the end, you still come together and be one family. And that is why from day one, when we started talking to Biafrans about what is happening, I always say to Biafrans, please come back. Let us forget what happened yesterday. And I'm making the same appeal. Forget about whom you abused or who abused you. We put them behind us and then move together. It's only together that we can achieve Biafra quicker. If a divided house is difficult to stand, it's only when we are together, united, that we can achieve a Biafra quickly and then fight our enemies. The Fulanis, they are our main enemies. The in-house fighting won't help us. It won't bring us backwards. And that's exactly what is happening. So if we can start right now, today, and say, look, I mean, you can be annoyed because of what this person said or what the other person said. But at the end, we are all human beings. Nobody is perfect. We can say, I offended you. I'm sorry. Let us move on. Or even if you don't say sorry, but at least come back so that we can fight our enemies. Please, Biafrans, I think we've lost our attorney. I can't see her picture. Information Minister.
I am seeing you people. I'm seeing you.
Okay, yeah, I can see you now. Okay, good. So please let us, our attorney now has made it clear. If you did not believe when she spoke to us on the phone, now you're seeing her. So I don't think there is anything that one should have in mind now that we say otherwise of what she said. She has made it clear, the message from our PM, and she is talking to you live on camera, on camera live, so that we believe, you know that she is not making anything up. It's exactly direct message, and she said it clear. Let us fall back to the original structure. And that's what we have been saying from day one. We are not going to let the structure that our PM put together to destroy. Nobody will destroy it. And our PM has made it clear now through our attorney. Go and tell Biafrans, go back to the original structure. If I come out, if there will be changes, it's it that will tell us that we need changes. So please, those people who are still on the other side or following NGOZI or Abueze, please know it that from now, from today, we want you back. Our PM wants you back to be with us. Please. Again, our attorney, Marian, thank you once again for your time. And thank you for talking to Biafrans. We love you. We know you are doing a great job. We've been talking, and so I know a lot of things that you are doing for us. Biafrans are happy with your services. You're giving us fantastic services, and we are happy. And we love you the way you love Biafrans, because you are doing it with love too. We know that you love Biafrans. I mean, we have interacted a lot of times, so I know how you love Biafrans. So we want to say thank you very much once again. And of course, our information minister, for your time. Thank you very much. And our APM, I give it back to you. Thank you very much. And greetings to Biafrans once again.
Thank you very much for your kind words.
Thank you very much, Mariam. We really appreciate you. I know you'll be receiving a lot of hate, and every message through our PM, that have been through you. So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't believe you. And actually, I have the opportunity to talk to our PM as well, which you did. So I believe that the Biafran people know the right thing to do, and they be hearing about Mariam. Today they have the privilege to see you. And I believe that never a time that a message was sent through you to tell NGOZI to lead the Biafran government, or to tell Madam NGOZI to be in charge of Biafra. And this actually, I think it would be nice as well if, because the message that was actually put out, the message is not complete. It's a message that even we at the time I discussed that with you, and there's a lot that be happening behind the scene, and some things can happen for some reason. So based on my knowledge, and I believe based on well-meaningful Biafran people, we all know that never a time our Prime Minister asked Madam NGOZI to go and form a new government, or to dissolve the old government, or to go ahead and lead the Biafran people. We have a government, and the government have a process of where you elect people, you vote people, and they are elected. So it's not, we are not running a kangaroo government or banana republic, whereby like I right now, the acting Prime Minister, I have a COS, Honorable Amo Biene. So I don't think I can appoint Honorable Amo Biene to just come and be in charge of the government. No, there's a process. I believe that we Biafrans, we know that as a government, we are not running a company where you have a CEO that will, after the CEO of that, the president of the company, maybe he's on vacation or on a leave, the CEO of that company have a right to appoint any member of any of the employees to say, run this company before I'll be back, without being elected or voting in. But as a government, how government run, people are voted into power. And we believe that even if the Prime Minister asks Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere to go and lead the Biafran people will have to acknowledge that and vote me in. The member of the government or the cabinet will now come in agreement and elect me, vote and elect me into that office. So because of this message that was at the time, it's just kind of confusing. If you can just touch light on that to make it clear so that the Biafran people understand that the message is not, what the message actually meant, and at the same time, the message that is flying is not even completed. If you look at this message right here, can you clearly, Mazi Sonny, can you scroll down and can you tell us if this message is complete? Is it the complete message that was put out, or the message is something is missing there, which is so kind of deceiving for the Biafran people? You can see that this message is altered, it's not complete. I don't really want you to go too further because of security reason and other stuff. This message here, is this the complete message that you sent out, or the message was altered? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ogechukwu. Yes, this is not the complete text, since I have the complete text preserved for this possibility that may come out as it has come. So something has been removed from this message. This was sent to the original group of Igbo people I gathered together when I learned from Simon that I can deliver messages, or got his request to deliver messages to you people. So
Thank you.
something has been removed, and what else comes to this actual message, since this one seems to be now the message Madam NGOZI uses as to back her authority up. The situation, this message was formed, and the information from Simon I got, we were in circumstances of Simon thought that he will be in investigation like couple of days. And the question was to take care of running office errands, like everyday errands, that Simon is little time out, that somebody must take his, like I use a metaphor, somebody should open his mails and give and pick his calls when he's away. It was same kind of situation when I leave my office. I am the CEO and the director of the board. If I leave the office for a while, I can tell my office manager that, hey, pick my calls and take care of things. I am away for 2 days. That don't mean that he will be the new CEO or new chief of board or something like that. It means that he takes care of the everyday things what are needed, not that the person self takes the one's authority and position, not at all. And that was, Simon got like few minutes to think the answer he gave to me, because those days we didn't even speak directly, me and him. It was just his opinion. And he recognized that later, that he thought he is, realistically, he thought he's away for a couple of days, only maybe a week, and comes back. And if something urgent comes, there must be somebody in the office to pick his mail and answer his calls. And that is why she authorized Madam NGOZI to be that person as a chief of staff and helper to him, not prime minister on his place. That is the clear background of this message. I tell you this with true honesty. So nobody believed that this can lead to this kind of situation, that the person self goes and forms new government. And also, I am seeing a couple of messages here when people post here that are kind of negative messages, and I love criticism, since that is what we lawyers do. We answer to criticism. And that what I may say a couple of few words, that I have followed this Biafra issue since I was a little kid. My grandmother introduced me to this Biafran issue 1969 and 1970 when I was born. And since that time I have followed the situation, and that was just a pure miracle that later on me and Simon met, and this Biafra agenda started to live in our hearts. And since then I have visited Iboland 6 times, driven car in Nigeria, lived there in village, eating village food and making food for Christmas to people. I know, and read plenty of Biafran history. So now I know something about Biafra, and my hands and feet are in the red soil of Iboland. So if people criticize me that I do some business here or something, let me tell you, this is from my heart, and I even jeopardize somehow myself to take a stand in this issue. But I don't mind, and I am ready to go as far it takes, because this situation now is wrong. What is happening now is wrong. Madam NGOZI should not continue this, what she's doing, and give space and help actually to Mr. Oge to get this heavy burden handled with. So and third thing, people here ask plenty why Simon don't speak directly, that they will only listen when he speaks. Let me tell you, dear friends, that is not possible. He cannot make outside calls from that prison and WhatsApp calls like almost nothing. He can only call me internally and his lawyer internally, and that is why I am there existing, that I go there, write down his every word and deliver his messages, because the prison self don't let him call WhatsApps and foreign numbers for that matter, even though his communication is not restricted anymore. So it is just not possible he can now speak directly to Biafran people. That is why I am there doing this job. And next Friday, I'm going there again for the whole day to ask his mind and continue being his message deliverer. And I believe I can have some justification, not that I am a lawyer, but I have been married with that person for 7 good years and taking care of his son since the day the son was born. So I have some capacity to deliver his messages. That is my message I want to deliver, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just before
we love you. Thank you.
Information, we take the stage. If you have one or two questions, we just want to make Biafran understand that the message was uttered, and that's not the full message. So there's some messages that don't have to be in the public, but NGOZI make this message public, and I have the complete message.
That was
Margie,
privileged information.
Have the complete message. If she want to be transparent to the Biafran people, she should have put out the whole message, but that is wrong. That message is not actually made to be public. She uttered the message. She takes some part that she thought that will suit her need, that will suit what she is pursuing, and decide to do this deliberate act. This is sabotage to the Biafran people. It's a sabotage to what we are doing. It's misleading. So she can't just give us a cut and join message, not bring out the full text. Which Uche Obi have this full message. NGOZI Orabese, they have the full message. I have the full message. Honorable Mahi have the full message. Tony Mariam have the full message. So when she sent out this message, we know that something is wrong. She just wants something she will use to deceive the Biafran people. Please, if you have been misled, it's not your fault. And there's some names that Prime Minister actually asked us to call, which I asked Mariam not to do the calling. I will do it. And Mariam, can you just give us the names of those that our Prime Minister said, if they doubt what you're saying, we should call. Can you just call the names out? Thank you.
Yes, I will. Just 1 second, I take my memo book so I spell them right. Just 1 minute.
Okay. Thank you.
And on these names, I have talked to one of them 2 days ago, and I called one today. She didn't answer the phone. So for the record, just so that we can clear the air, what we are doing, we do say what we are doing is human, more is spiritual. And that our God that create Biafran people, know those that are speaking the truth, the genuine ones. Please, if you're one of them, remain strong. At the end of the day, the truth, nothing but the truth. We all saw what happened 2 days ago with Arise. I, as the Prime Minister of the Biafran people, I act and I show the world who we are. We are not terrorists. We are not bad people. Instead of him to actually conduct the full interview, Arise TV, when they hear the name Biafra, what do? They quickly try to dismiss me. And when they call my attention to one of their media members, so I was actually going there thinking that I'm coming back to finish up the interview. I thought they just going to ask me 1 or 2 things, but not knowing that they're running from the name Biafra. Arise News, you all can keep running when you hear the name Biafra, but Biafra is here to stay, and the Gota media, that's what we call you people, and we have a reason. Because Biafra Republic government in exile will make sure we deliver, and we'll make sure wherever we go, we show the world who we are, and of which I let the world know that I'm not a Nigerian, I'm a Biafran, and I have the Biafran flag with me. So the good news is that thousands of people watching during the inauguration of Trump and what is going on outside, we have the opportunity to get a congressional, when I say congressional invitation, which some country dignitaries are not even able to get. And that congressional ticket cover you for the inauguration. We did not go for the post-election, post-inauguration ticket. of which, if we have a proper plan to actually attend the post-inauguration, that congressional ticket cover us to attend. But that very day, we have some of our friends from Amazonia that were sick because of the weather. And we all just decide to go back to Baltimore because we have program going on. The weather is really terrible, of which Arise TV, they're not even able to go in. But the ticket we have, it's a congressional, you can't get it online, you can't even buy it. So it's only given from the member of the Congress from the United States of America to any dignitary that, that they invite. So I see, Mariam, you are back now. You can go ahead. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Now I took the notebook, so you people see that I have big book. I write everything, even with my hand. So I speak every word directly from Simon's mouth. So the first three people Simon told me to address, and now it is quite good. Mr. Oketsuku directly addresses to them are Madam Bennett Anuawu, then Dr. Ofoma, and thirdly, Farm Diana Ene. And also, in addition to those three, he later mentioned Miss Joy Irobi. Those are the people I assume in Madame NGOZI's camp who Simon wanted to address.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much, Honorable Sonny. If you can go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Attorney Marian. And when you said the last thing you said before you went in to bring this book, I got some bombs of joy when you called Adam. So my question will go like this: how is Adams, the president, doing? Because we miss him.
Okay. I can tell that I just before entering this meeting, I came from Adam and I was playing with him and they took him some bathing bubbles and some nice clothes. Me and Adam, we keep in touch. Like I take care of Adam weekly now, since normally Adam lives with his father and his mother jointly. So now when the situation is so, I take Adam as much as I can and we do funny things. And of course, it has been hard for Adam too, since you know how kids are in school, they can sometimes bully. But let me tell you, Adam has fists like his father. So there is no use bullying him very much, since he will surely get back. And he has his father's heart, since now he says to us women that he is now the man in the house, that we should not worry, he takes care of us. So we are very proud of him.
Thank you.
And speaking of how somebody asks in the postings, how old am I? Because I know Biafra. I am born in 1969. The very years 1969 and 70 are important in Biafran history. And my grandmother nursed me. So when I started to understand things, she started to tell me about it. And Biafran Civil War was the first African war that came to Finnish broadcasting, and people got to know Biafran war. And in my hometown Lahti, some doctors' wives gathered together and started raising money for Biafran children. And Simon has even press cuts from those days, historical press cuts, who show that these women gathering money and sending the money to Biafra. And also there is some question, somebody asks me, what do I want from Biafrans? Well, it is not what I want from Biafrans. The question is posed wrong. It is what I want for Biafra. I want health, God's blessing, and independence. That is what I want for Biafra.
Super. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Attorney Marian. Please, how optimistic are you of when Biafrans may likely see their prime minister? Because everyone wants to jump and be very joyful.
Yes, I have been following the criminal investigation as hard as I can. And of course, there is a very super good criminal attorney handling that one, who is my lawyer colleague from 30. He is 30 years back. We have known each other. So we are very hopeful, since the investigation shows to be on finishing points, which means that since there is nothing too much to ask anymore, things are covered pretty well. We are hoping any day now him getting free. I myself have predicted like he should be free by this month, but also I cannot go into details, but also we all must remember that there are people who spread any kind of information that the police must always investigate, and they are not coming from friendly side of camp, of friendly side of Biafrans, because there are some people, I don't know if they are from abroad or inside Finland. There are people who want to mislead the investigators to suspect things that never existed or happened. But anyway, Finnish police is kind of smart, and they can differentiate fake news and real thing. So we are very, very hopeful we will meet him again soon. And the first step was that they removed his communication restrictions so that he can meet, for example, Adam regularly now, and all people who want to visit him in the prison.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that means
Thank you.
high spirit. Our prime minister is in high spirit. Mariam, is that what you can tell Biafrans? Our prime minister is in high spirit.
Yes, he is not giving up at all. He is his fists up. He's not giving up. He's highly spirited, and what I see in him, he has been training every day, like physical training, like pumping iron in that prison. He's in very good shape. He's very, very fit, and he lifts iron like loads and loads. And he has been eating well, so he's more fit than when going to the prison, and very high spirited. And he does his prayers and reads Bible, and he's like strong as ever.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Biafran, if our prime minister is not giving up, why you out here? Why are you giving up? If you know what you used to do, keep doing it. You know how it is before he was called for question. Why, on behalf of him, why do you decide to stab Biafran people? Why do you decide to stab him? Why do you decide to turn your back on him after all these years, after all this sacrifice? Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, said he will not betray Biafrans. And Biafrans, are we going to betray our leader, Nnamdi Kanu? No. Our prime minister said the same thing. He will not betray Biafra. Biafra, are we going to betray our prime minister? Fall back. Come back to where you belong. We have come a long way. And the Biafra Republic government in Ezra, in just short period of time, we have achieved a lot. A lot of countries at the time that have government in Ezra, in 2 years, they did not achieve what we have achieved. I know Biafrans are smart. We are wise. Why now? Why do you want to be misled? Why do you want to be like Thomas? Please, fellow Biafrans, let's do the needful. We need to protect our land. We need to save our land. Our land is bleeding. Even since our prime minister is called for questioning, the terrorist Nigeria state, they are still bombarding Biafra land. The insecurity have not stopped yet, because the insecurity is not caused by our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. It's not caused by our prime minister. It's caused by the Nigerian terrorist state. It's caused by the invaders. That's why When our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was heard, the insecurity is still going on. When our prime minister was called for questioning, the insecurity was still going on because they brought this war to us. Because the Nigerian state, they are the cause of the insecurity. They are the one bombarding Biafra land. They are the one killing Biafrans. I hope the world is listening. I hope the world is watching. These two leaders, they are not the one causing insecurity in Biafra land. It's the Nigerian terrorist state that tried to militarize Biafra land. They're the one killing Biafran people. Please, justice for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, justice for our prime minister. Please, fellow Biafrans, how long, how much time will this keep repeating itself? Please fall back, come back to the government, the legitimate government that is piloting this affair, so we can get this done, so we can all be joyful in what we are doing as brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, APM. Thank you, Attorney Marian. Thank you, our Minister of CRC. We have another meeting to attend, and before we round up, just one last question. The order for Biafrans that were called up for interrogation with the Prime Minister, which were later released, has their cases been cleared, or they still have pending cases?
Unfortunately, I have to tell you that the cases are still there. They are still in a position of suspected ones. It is only that they are not needed to be, they were not needed to be under custody, since the pre-trial investigation in their cases was simpler, more simple than Simon own. So the suspicion of crime still exists, and they are part of the investigation until it comes May 16th, which is the date for the prosecutor to write the indictments. Only then we know if they are being prosecuted or not, but till that date, they are still unfortunately suspects of crime. I know that there has been different information going on, but that is how the situation is, I may tell you. Since Finland is a small country, and I know other lawyers who are involved in this case, so that is the situation now. But it is a very relieving information when our brothers are concerned that they let them free so quickly. So I am very confident they have super good lawyers to defend them. So I am confident they will make it out.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate your coming. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Attorney Marian, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. I wish.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you
We
all
appreciate you
for
very
the
much.
great opportunity to be online with you people. I wish God bless Biafra. God bless all of you. God bless your good work. And I continue my efforts to make it possible that Simon gets free as soon as possible. And first and foremost, God bless Biafra.
Bless you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, when you visit our Prime Minister, let him know that the Biafran people appreciate all he's doing, that we send our warm greetings to him, and let him remain strong. We are strongly behind him.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And we love him so much. Yeah.
Thank you. I will bring the message. Thank you.
Please do. Please do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Biafran people, and we'll see you in a jiffy. Please, if you're a cabinet member, you have to turn over to the Zoom meeting